Alrighty, welcome back everyone. Scarland here bringing you a new Neverwinter video. And as the topic suggests, today we're finally going to dive into the Redeem Citadel event slash episodic content. So what exactly is the Citadel? Why did I wait so long to actually put this video out? Well, I wanted to gather as much information as I can, so PC of course gets this before console. Console should be starting on September 15th of 2020. As of filming this video, today is September 1st, 2020. So PC has had Redeem Citadel now for a little over a month, give or take. Console will be getting this event slash episodic content here remotely soon. So I wanted to gather as much information, have a discussion about it, show you guys all the rewards, even though I'm sure most of you have already seen most of the rewards. But I want to have a discussion about it, my opinions about it. So this video might get a little lengthy, but let's go ahead and dive into it and give you some basics and just take a broad overlook of the overall Redeem Citadel stuff. So we're in game currently. We are on PC. Like I said, console will be receiving this shortly. We have a couple days left. So if you navigate over to your campaigns, we have the Redeem Citadel. The Redeem Citadel is set up in four milestones, right? So this is what they are calling a limited time campaign. You can compare this sort of like to what we had in the past of Portobello's. Now the difference is that Portobello's, up until recently, had always came back around. Portobello's was technically a limited time event, however it would get re-released over and over again. Until recently, of course, they took Portobello's out of the game. They're reworking Portobello's, and we should see it again eventually when they finish either reworking it or rehashing it. So even though these are limited time, they were taken out of the game. The difference with the Redeem Citadel, from my understanding, is once this is over, this is never going to be coming back in the game. And I have mixed opinions about that, especially in MMORPGs. So, first of all, I like limited time content, don't get me wrong. But in an MMO, I think players that join the game at any time of the game's life cycle should always have access to content that had been previously put out there. And up until this point, you can have that with Neverwinter, right? Neverwinter is currently working on its 8th year of its life cycle right now, and if you joined now, you would have access to all the campaigns. All the previous content would be available at your fingertips, and then you can play at your own pace and eventually reach end game while trying to catch up to current times. This is not going to be the case with Redeem Citadel. If a new player comes into the game, let's say next summer of 2021, the Redeem Citadel will have been long gone. Now, whether or not they bring back the rewards is a different story. We know how Cryptic Studios operates. To me, the rewards also should never come back. They should be permanent rare items. If you're going to take the event out of the game, I don't want to see Cryptic next summer putting some of the same rewards in the Zen store from the Redeem Citadel. So that's my personal opinion on it, and some people have different opinions on it, and there's nothing wrong with that. Some people like that it's a limited time campaign, right? And unfortunately, I think this is Cryptic's path for future content. Redeem Citadel is not going to be the first limited time campaign we see. This is going to be a new continual trend in Neverwinter. There are going to be more limited time episodic content from here on out. So it's going to be exactly what it's called, episodic content. You're going to get this in episodes, and if you miss that episode, unfortunately, you're not going to be able to replay it. So the replay value is basically zero, and if you're a new player coming into the game, you're going to miss out on that content if the content is gone. So I don't necessarily agree with that pathway. I don't like that personally in MMOs. Let's say I go and start World of Warcraft. Now, I don't know anything about World of Warcraft, so I could be wrong, but if I go and play World of Warcraft, all of the previous content that has been there for the past 15 years is pretty much there. Now, I'm sure World of Warcraft has had limited time stuff that is no longer there, but a majority of the base game for the past 15 years should be accessible, if I'm not mistaken. So, when you're talking about MMORPGs, like I said, a player that is going to be coming into the game, let's say, next summer, is not going to have access to this. And I just don't like that personally, and, leave me a comment below and tell me your feelings on that. So, that's going to be the future pathway for this game, as long as Whiteside is still at the helm of controlling everything. So, yeah, up until this point, a lot of people took breaks in between modules. If they keep knocking out episodic content, you're not going to have that month downtime break. So let's go ahead, let's dive into this and look at the Redeemed Citadel as a whole. It's a special campaign is what they have listed. We got leaderboards, we have the milestones. So it's broken down into 4 episodes. Episode 1, 2, 3, and 4. So let's go ahead and open this up here. Let's take a look at the rewards and also talk about it. Now, this is one of the reasons I wanted to wait, because we weren't 100% sure what the new feature was going to be. That's why I held off on this video. We all kind of had a sneaky indication of what the feature was going to be, but I wanted the concrete information. So PC, as it sits of today, it has been done with Milestone 1 now for a while. Essentially, Milestone 1 will start, and it is a global event. All of the progress from everyone contributing is going to your server progress. And what this means is that you'll be farming a new currency called Zariel's Favor. So they also have weekly challenges that you can do here. Elite Slayer, you kill 100 elite enemies in Avernus, you get 600 Zariel's Favor, and that contribution then goes to your overall server progress. When you get 100%, then the feature is unlocked. Now, we know that the feature is going to be hunts, okay? The hunt mechanism is coming back in the game, of course, so we know that hunts is out. Now, the thing that I don't like the way they did this is that only Tier 1 hunts is going to be available until Milestone 2 is then unlocked, started, and then reaches 100%. So the hunt system is going to be in phases. And there's 4 milestones. So the last milestone, we're not sure what is actually going to be available. Like, surprise, surprise, right? So from my understanding, hunts Tier 1 are going to be out with Milestone 1. Hunts Tier 2, and then hunts Tier 3, but then that leads Milestone 4 here, if there's a new feature, what is going to be Milestone 4? So we don't know. We're not going to know until almost closer to the end of the year. So, Milestone 1, again, there is server progress, and then there are leaderboards. Now, as long as the leaderboards are here, what you want to do is you want to maintain that top 100. So, while you're farming Zariel's Favor until your eyes bleed, if you take top 100 on your platform, you're essentially going to get a Divine Vorpal Enchantment rank 9. Now what this is just a transmute of the Vorpal. This is essentially the Vorpal enchantment. It's no different. It just has a different appearance. So this will be the top 100 players on each platform get this Divine Vorpal enchantment. Now at the same time, when you reach 100%, if we look, they also sell another version of the Vorpal in the Zen store for 1,000 Zen. Now these are different in appearance. So you have the top tier, top 100 Vorpal, and then everyone has access to buy the Holy Vorpal. So I know it's a little confusing. These are only transmutes. They are essentially Vorpal enchantments. They do exactly the same. They're just look different, and there's 2 of them. This is the one that you can buy with Zen when you reach 100% progress. The Holy Vorpal. And then if you get top 100 on your platform, the Divine Vorpal will be yours. So only 100 people per platform are going to have this divine Vorpal. And it is account bound, you can't sell it, I can't profit off it, etc., etc. So you can see Mordecai here is a very avid follower of my channel. Congratulations to Mordecai, he has no life. He farmed over 374,000 Zariel's favor. But remember, folks, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if you're first place or if you're 100th place. You're still going to get access to that. If we go all the way over. So right here's the cutoff. So 115,000 on PC was the top 100. So hopefully that broadens your guys' horizons on how this is all working so far. Like I said, essentially, you're going to be farming heroic encounters until your eyes bleed, farming that Zariel's favor, and then spending that favor in the shop. Now, I can't show you the actual shop because I don't have access to it on PC, unfortunately. And the next thing we're going to talk about, I don't have access to either, because I guess you have to have the initial quest line done. So there is 2 rows of each milestone. The top row is 100% free. Now this is what Nova was calling a battle pass per se. There is an item in the Zen market that you can purchase for 6,000 Zen, and it's all 4 milestones, and it's essentially the premium battle pass version, which means you'll have access to all of the bottom rewards as well. So very quickly we're going to go through the rewards now, and then we should probably wrap up the video. So as far as Milestone 1 goes, you have the free tier and you have the paid tier. So you're going to get teleportation scrolls once you farm 7,000 Zariel's favor, and then respectively 14k, 21k, and 28k. You have to farm at least 28k every session. Every milestone, you have to farm at the minimum at least 28k to get all of the, let's call it, Battle Pass rewards. So for Milestone 1, the free rewards here are teleportation scrolls to the Redeemed Citadel. These are like, back in the day, we had teleportation scrolls to Protector's Enclave. VIP didn't exist. So these are actually really good because the VIP signpost, there is nothing to take you to Redeemed Citadel. You have to manually run there. And I don't know why. I don't know why they didn't put a teleportation spot right into the Redeemed Citadel. Well, we have teleportation scrolls, and these are valuable, because people like me are lazy and don't want to run there. For Tier 2 and 3, we have a new weapon set. Now, this is the Blessed set, and these are comparable to some of the weapons we have in the game. I think they're actually... The base damage is actually higher than Lionheart, but the effect isn't as good as Lionheart. Now, these aren't as good as the Celestial. The Celestial currently has the highest base damage in the game. Now, this effect is still good. If, for whatever reason, by now, if you still don't have your Lionheart set, this is probably going to be the go-to set for you. It has a higher base damage than Lionheart, and the effect isn't horrible. You gain either crit severity or action point gain. Both of the effects are good. The difference is Lionheart gives you more damage, right? And we all love more damage. So we have the weapon, which looks like this. And then, of course, the offhand. Now, the 28k or Tier 4 reward is going to be 100k Astral Diamonds. Notice this is Astral Diamonds. This is not refined Astral Diamonds, right? You do not have to refine these AD. This should be 100k AD in your pocket as soon as you unlock this. Now, let's get down to the nitty-gritty here, and this is the paid section, right? This costs 6,000 Zen to buy the premium battle pass. So 6,000 Zen, most of them are all transmutes. And in my opinion, they look really good, by the way. So first up, we have Boots of the Rat King. Now, these, we can't really see. For some reason, it's not... Okay, there it goes. Now, the boots themselves, they don't look good at all. They're just boots. They look like leather boots. Now, someone will have to leave me a comment and confirm, but I'm pretty sure these have some kind of particle effect. So if you know, like, the black ice treads from Kessel's Retreat, they have a particular effect and they have a noise with them, right? And I think the Boots of the Rat King have a bunch of rats maybe around your feet that follow you, like you're the Pied Piper or something. That is my guess. Someone on PC will have to leave me a comment and tell me exactly what these do. Because all of the transmutes from Redeem Citadel do something special. So these are the only ones that we can preview that don't show what they do. But I'm assuming, like, when you're running along, little tiny rodents follow you. So someone go ahead and leave me a comment below that has these and let me know what's going on with these. Tier 2, we have a Vanity pet. It's the Fiery Zariel. Tier 3, we have the Blessed Rings of the Herald. They're 1,100 rings. You get a choice of one. And then we have the Vanguard of the Citadel, which is HP and critical avoidance. This is a companion. Looking sexy. Too bad we still don't have companion skins in the game, because I would love to rock this skin and still get the benefits of using my Bullet pup. So that is all of Milestone 1 right there, guys. If you have any questions about Milestone 1, leave them below. So let's move on to Milestone 2, which again hasn't started on PC yet as of filming this video. So Tier 1, again, we're getting teleportation scrolls. At Tier 2 here, we get the Holy Zariel. Tier 3, we're getting some reagents for the Blessed Weapons. And then at Tier 4, you gain another 100,000 AD. Now let's look at the premium rewards in the Battle Pass here. Tier 1, this is one of my new favorite transmutes of all time, most likely. It's called Robes of the Haunted. And there you go, guys. It's literally, what is this? Like the Scion Shroud? It's the Scion Shroud breastplate, but you literally have particle effects. You have ghosts. You have ghosts literally flying all around you. And this is awesome. I'm very glad that we're starting to finally see some really cool effects coming off transmutes, and it's not just reskinned, rehashed content. Now again, it kind of is, because this is a transmute we have in the game. It is the Scion Shroud. However, now you have ghosts that fly around you, and this is awesome. Anyone that knows me knows that I like that dark, evil scheme of things. I will 100% be wearing this all the time, most likely. I mean, it's awesome. You literally have little ghosts just circling around you. It's awesome. It's awesome. Pay to win. Pay to win to look pretty. Moving right along, we have the Reforger's Apron, which is a fashion piece, and there it is. It's just a apron. I mean, unfortunately, nothing too special about it. It's just literally like the blacksmith's apron. This is the Reforger's Apron. Tier 3, you get another ring, and then Tier 4 is the Glorious Whirlwind. Now, I showed you guys this in the preview videos when we were doing the preview coverage of Mod 19. This is where the Glorious Whirlwind is coming into play. If you don't remember it, again, it's just a re-skinned Whirlwind, and this will be like the 4th one in game at this point. 4th or 5th one, I lost count. I don't know how many Whirlwinds we even have. This is either number 4 or number 5 at this point. And it's just a reskinned Whirlwind. Let's move on to Milestone 3. Again, Tier 1, more teleportation scrolls. Tier 2, we have the Reforger's Loop, which is the glowing halo. However, it's now blue. So the glowing halo was introduced into the game not that long ago, and it was literally a glowing halo. It was a yellow glowing halo. Now, this is part of the Reforger's set, and it's fashion, and now it's blue. Tier 3, you're going to get some more reagent for the Blessed Weapons. And then at Tier 4, again, that 100,000 Astral Diamonds. Let's look at the premiums here. Tier 1 is going to be Hood of the Watcher, and I really like this one too. Look at this, guys. It's literally floating eyeballs. So let's take off all our stuff just so you can focus on this. Look at this. Look at this. How awesome is this? I'm so happy that they're doing new things in the game. Now, as I look at this, let me tell you my qualms with this. This does not work on Dragonborn. Alright? I'll tell you right off the bat. None of the headpieces, and there are like 3 or 4 headpieces, none of them are currently working on Dragonborn. That needs to be addressed. That needs to be fixed. Especially when people are going to be paying 6,000 Zen, aka $60 for this premium Battle Pass content. And if they're playing a Dragonborn, this doesn't come up. Currently. It might actually already be fixed, I don't know. But when I was on my Dragonborn on PC, it was not coming up. None of these particle effects were coming up. And that's a shame. That's a shame that we're still in 2020 and Dragonborn cannot wear helmets. They're slowly starting to introduce newer helmets for Dragonborn, but come on. Come on. Something needs to be done with races, and that's going to be another video coming up. We're going to talk about races. But this is awesome. This is awesome, and I'm not going to be able to utilize this because I, as well as many other people, play Dragonborn because Dragonborn's best in slot. But this is awesome. I want a bunch of random eyeballs flying around me. I want this. Give this to me. Especially if I'm paying 6,000 Zen for the premium battle pass. Tier 2, another vanity pet. We got Little Lulu. Tier 3, we have Bless the Garments of the Herald. It's leggings of the Herald and Slip of the Herald. They're both item level 1100. And then Tier 4, we have a Divine Focus and Celestial Sash, which is an artifact set. Alright, let's move into Milestone 4. This is at, like, toward the end of the year at this point. We're talking about, like, November, maybe even December. I'm not exactly sure. Somewhere around November, December, before PC ever gets Milestone 4. Console might not be getting Milestone 4 almost until the beginning of January. So we'll have to see. I have the dates written down, and I apologize. I don't have them in front of me right now. I know the exact dates, but I apologize. Tier 1, again, more teleportation scrolls. Tier 2, we have more reagents. Tier 3, we have the 100,000 rough, or I'm so sorry, not rough AD. It's 100,000 normal AD. And then Tier 4, again, it's a reagent for gear in Avernus. Now let's move on to the premium. And right here, we have Crown of the Candles. Again, this looks awesome, right? It's literally just a bunch of candles floating around your head. But this is the first time in, in the 8-year life cycle that we are seeing cool transmutes like this. They haven't really done this. They haven't really tried to broaden the overall horizons of fashion and transmutes. And here we are 8 years into the game, and now we're starting to see this stuff. And it's really cool. I'm really glad that they're doing this. Again, though, this does not work on Dragonborn. And that's a huge problem, especially when people are paying, $60, aka 6k Zen, for the premium battle pass, and they're not even going to be able to utilize this because we're pretty much forced to play Dragonborn because it's best in slot. So, yeah, looks awesome. I want it, and it is what it is. Tier 2, we have the Reforger's Pants, which will complete your set. Oh, I don't have it fashioned anymore, but it's the pants. So there is a full fashion set. It's the Reforger set. And then we have Tier 3 is one piece of companion equipment. And then Tier 4 is a premium legendary insignia choice pack. And you just get one of these. So, overall opinions on the free rewards? Sure. You can't complain about free. It is what it is. The free rewards are free rewards. At the very minimum, you're essentially getting 400,000 AD for free. 400,000 AD for free. The premium rewards, it is what it is. Every individual player is going to have to decide if this AKA premium battle pass content is going to be worth $60 or AKA 6k Zen. For me personally, yes, absolutely. I like all of the transmutes. I collect mount skins, so the only way to be getting the Glorious Whirlwind is going to be through the premium battle pass, I guess. So for 6,000 Zen, everyone is going to have to make up their own mind, their own opinion, if they want to spend either the real-life currency or in-game currency on the premium battle pass. So that's all the rewards from Redeem Citadel. Again, I can't show you the shop. I don't have access to the shop, but the information's out there. You can go look at any PC content creator. I'm sure they've done numerous videos on Redeem Citadel. And that's pretty much it, guys. I think I covered everything with the Redeem Citadel, with the milestones, the limited time campaign, overall content. I gave my opinions on that. Be sure to leave me feedback below and tell me your overall feelings on Redeem Citadel. Are you going to like this? Do you like the fact that it's going away and it's possibly all going to be perma-rare? I mean, all this stuff is bound to account anyway, so no one can actually, like, really profit from the event. The only thing people that can actually profit from is going to be the Zen Store Holy Vorpal. But who's to say that they don't just bring it back? Right? Who's to say that the Holy Vorpal doesn't come back next summer? In my personal opinion, it shouldn't. It should be permanent rare. Forever. If you come into the game late and you miss the Redeem Citadel episodic content, you should never have access to this. And the players that invest in this, they should be able to profit. Simple as that. But like all the Battle Pass rewards, all the free Battle Pass rewards, all the premium rewards, I'm pretty sure they are all account bound, so there's no money to be made here. And it is what it is. So that is, again, Redeem Citadel. It apparently is a limited time campaign. But who knows? I mean, again, this is Cryptic Studios. They might toss it back in the game. Who knows? Who knows what's going to happen a year down the road or 2 years down the road? Portobello's is also classified as a limited time campaign, and Portobello's would come back into the game every so often, usually about twice a year. Sometimes once a year, sometimes twice a year. Currently, it's not in the game and won't be until they rework the event. But who's to say that Redeem Citadel won't make another appearance in the future? The company claims that it's going to be one and done, but we'll have to wait and see and ultimately see what happens, I guess. Again, guys, hopefully you enjoyed the video. It was a little lengthy, but I did go into depth about everything involving Redeem Citadel, my personal opinions and discussion with the Redeem Citadel. And it is what it is. Leave me comments below. Make sure to smash that like button. It really helps the YouTube algorithm. And yeah, that's all I got for you today. Hopefully you enjoyed it. I'll put out some more guides as I see fit with Redeem Citadel, but there probably won't be that many. That's going to wrap it up here, folks. Hopefully you enjoy the rest of your day. And I'll see you guys real soon.